Hey guys, Lindsay here.
And Marissa.
It's October 23rd, and it is 3 Questions Thursday.
This past week we have had a few incidents in our lives that have revolved around not our mothers, but other people's mothers. So the question this Thursday is, what are one of those things that your mom taught you that you never forget that you still do today? And we'll go back and forth, and we will reflect on how wonderful our mothers are.
My mom taught me to never touch handrails in public. So that includes escalators and stairs, pretty much anything else to not touch.
It's very serious.
It's something that I still don't do today.
Well, one thing that my mother always used to say to us, especially when we started driving on our own, is when we would go on a road trip, it was very important that we wore good underwear. Because if we got in an accident and we had to go to the hospital, we did not want to get caught in our ugly underwear.
Never walk through the grease in the middle of parking lots.
Which I now get yelled at for. So the second thing my mother taught me, which I don't think she ever really thought that she taught me, when my mom used to clean, she liked to sing. And the one thing that me and my younger sister, because we had a conversation about this before, is that she would burst out with the "I am woman, hear me roar." And I can't even tell you who sings the song or what the rest of the song is. And so I credit my mother for, even though she doesn't really like feminists, I credit her for for teaching me about how powerful women are, and maybe deep down why I went into women's studies for my master's degree.
My mom taught me to never put hot pots and pans on counters without something under them, or not just counters, but like tables and stuff in general. And she taught me to use coasters.
These are two things that I still to this day get yelled at for. And I actually did injure one of her mother's tables by doing that. It was bad.
Yep. And she yelled at, me.
She yelled at her, not me, because, I just want you to see what's happening over here.
It's kind of
shaky. Hudson. This is Hudson, and he's now not staring at me, but he was staring at me like this when I'm talking. Just want everyone to know that. So the third thing my mother taught me is my family is very do-it-yourselfers, but I am, as I grow up, know that I am much like my mother, because my mother, unlike my father, would just slap things together. Not poorly, but when she did a task, it would be like, well, just do it. That piece of plastic doesn't necessarily fit, but we'll just make it work, and we'll stuff some things in there around it, and it'll be fine. Doesn't have to look pretty, just has to get done. And so that's the way I do things now, and Lindsay is much more like my father, oddly enough, and they're very fastidious about the things that they do. So everything has to be done with the right tools and the right everything. And me and my mother are not like that. And so if our mothers ever watch this video, we'd hope that they'd be proud, but maybe not. So recently, I began getting the Atlantic magazine. On the back page, there is a question posed to a bunch of different people about what was the greatest speech, historical or fictional, ever given. And so they have, 10 people of all different professors and historians and actors business leaders telling you what the greatest speech ever was. And all the answers given, all of the speeches, were given by white guys, except Martin Luther King is the one black guy, but no women, no Native Americans. I'm going to give one of the answers each time we give a video and let you decide for yourself. And I would like the viewers to give me some diversity in answers, and I can include them in these videos. If you think one of the greatest speeches came from Star Trek, you should tell me, and then I will look it up. The actor Ben Stein was asked what the greatest speech was, and he said, "To be or not to be" speech from Hamlet. And it's a short one. It goes, "To be or not to be, that is the question." It goes on to say, "Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing end them." We'll post a link to it so you can read it too. It's just a really hyper-masculine speech sort of about what life is. And it makes sense that Ben Stein would like it. Be sure to give me some other speeches. Remember, they can be fictional.
This has been 3 Question Thursday.
And we hope you can all call your moms or give them a hug because we're all thinking of our mothers this week.
Yep.
All right.
All right. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Peace out.
I began getting the Atlantic magazine. Oh, that's a car. Hold up. It's these things. The Atlantic?